Hello, Nigerians. Welcome to Let's Talk Reality. It's a podcast that is going to be aired on your platform, wherever you go and however you want to say it. Well, I'm Louis Bernard, and I'm your host for today. On the hot seat today, we got someone very interesting, very smart, because I'd worked with him several times, very understanding, and a go-to-die person. Can we meet you, boss?
Hello, everyone. My name is Abubakar SK JIBRIL. Mostly people call me SK. A lot of people that knew me from before called me Sadiq, but SK JIBRIL is the name.
So as an event planner to an event planner, having a podcast today to have a proper discussion. Yeah, the seat is going to be a bit hotter, but let's do it this way.
Yeah.
The trivial question comes first.
Okay.
So on the trivial question today, let's talk about decor, Asian decor or American decors.
Asian.
Asian cuisine or Arabian cuisines.
Okay, Arabian.
Let's talk about drink now.
Yeah.
Mojito or virgin colada.
Mojito.
And food.
Yeah.
Puff puff or samosa.
Wow, that's a hard one. But I still go with samosa. I like samosa.
You still prefer samosa?
I like samosa.
And lastly,
I can pick up samosa from everyone's plate.
And lastly, two decorators that we all adore very well, Blue Velvet or Alvina.
That's a hard one.
Really?
Yeah, that's a very hard one. But then I'll go with Blue Velvet, sincerely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a very nice trivial question, boss. Now, how has it been in the event industry, the journey so far?
Well, it wasn't easy. It's still not easy. Still not easy, sincerely speaking, because first of all, you and I know this. We're not even getting the regard that we're supposed to be getting.
Okay.
And down here in the north, people don't really think there's a need for an event planner in everything they do. They just feel everything is just automatic or it could just run itself. Do you understand? And it's actually not like that.
So in what way are we supposed to educate people to understand the importance and the need of an event planner?
I think, Louis, we're already doing that in the sense that, sorry to bring this up, but I feel that's one of the ways that we're educating people. We actually collect peanuts to plan people's events.
Okay.
Because one of the ways to make people understand that they need a planner is by actually having them experience what a planner can do at their events. Do you understand? What differences can be made, or the things that they always get wrong. Do you understand? And you try to put them on the right track. Because I always say this to people, everyone can be an event planner, but the higher the experience that you have, the more things that you have seen and the more mistakes that you might have corrected. So that means if an Auntie Umi tells you that, I can do this, I married off 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 of my children, that still doesn't make you an event planner. But that's what the perception of people have. Okay, I'm an event planner because I've had weddings before, I've coordinated weddings before or something. But there's this saying, you can't eat your cake and have it, right?
Yes.
You cannot be the owner of the event and the planner of the event.
Oh, wow.
What do you think? Do you think it's okay for someone to own an event and still plan the event? I've seen a lot of events go wrong like this.
Because you will not even have a seat to sit down, not talk of knowing what comes up next.
Exactly. And the thing is, you not even be in your right senses to make a decision. And trust me, from all the experience that I have, like a decade, what differentiates an event planner? Like, you see, event planning is more of a natural thing. I believe it's not everyone that's meant to be an event planner.
Sure.
So I feel the difference between an event planner and a normal person, because we are not normal, now. The difference between an event planner and a normal person is your ability to keep calm when there is chaos.
Yes.
Exactly. And then your ability to make the right decisions when they need to be made. It's quite serious. It might sound simple, but it's not, seriously. Like, how would I put this now? Okay, I had an incident where, well, this is very bad. I'm not supposed to say this, but then I had an event. Somebody encouraged me to try a new caterer.
Okay.
A new caterer. Yeah, okay. I'm like, all right, then, no problem. You see, I don't try people, guys, but because of what the person said, I was like, no problem. We tried the person, we gave her all the money, we told her what we wanted to do. She brought tasting for us, We tasted the food and it was very good. Let me not say perfect.
On the process of the testing, you mean?
Yeah,
okay.
It was perfect. And then And the day of the event, I called her. I was like, okay, when are they delivering the food? And she was like, is it today? She get like, is it today?
That the event is supposed to be.
Yeah, and it was around after 6:30.
And whose fault is it?
That should be my fault.
Exactly. Once I have a tasting, meaning I believe in your delivery, then I will have to put you on a hot plate till the event is over.
You see, the way
you trust too much and you let her handle it her way.
Part of it is because I trust too much, but part of it is because I work more with professionals. Do you understand? Once we have something written, should I give you another example? Okay, Galeria. I can't remember the last time that I called him because we have an event. You don't need to talk.
Those are professionals, you know.
Exactly.
There are two type of people in the business.
Exactly. So
amateurs and professionals. So probably
because I was way used to dealing with professionals, that was why that one happened. But then, nobody knew what was going on until 3 days after the event. Trust me.
And how were you able to come out of that disaster, if I may ask?
I bought a couple of restaurants
to satisfy the day. Well, thank God for smartness. Now,
Whatever
still talking about the event industry.
Yeah.
We want to believe that they say, let me use this in pidgin English.
Yeah.
Now our own people, they kill us.
Yeah.
No, we they kill ourselves.
Yeah.
We are in a location where they've not really believed in an event planner.
Yeah.
But how do you feel when an event planner uses things like religion, culture to take business from a fellow events planner to himself, and I want to go to the and the clients went back to the event planner she wanted to work with, telling him that.
I think I feel it has a lot to do with, sorry to say this, illiteracy.
Okay.
Yeah.
In what way?
Because I've never seen this coming from a Christian. Have you?
Now we're not talking about.
We're being blunt, right?
It's not all about that, because I believe we're all in business. Yeah. When I mean we're all in business, I mean we're all in business.
You didn't let me get to the point.
To survive.
My point is, have you ever seen a Christian vendor down here in the north telling someone, no, not even here in the north, everywhere, any other place you've ever done business? I know you've done a lot of events outside Kano, but then have you ever seen any vendor, any Christian vendor, telling any vendor don't work with him because he's a Muslim?
To me, to my own understanding,
have you ever seen that?
To my own understanding, no, I've not seen that. Yes.
So the major thing is illiteracy. Trust me.
Okay.
Any literate Muslim would never do that.
Sure.
Religion, we're not here to pray. We're not here to bless the people's marriage, even though sometimes we tend to tell people things like that. But that's not us. We're here to deliver a single event or a couple of events. Then why bring religion into it? Okay, what if the best person to deliver that job is a pagan? What would you exactly? What would you do?
Okay.
Would you get them a mediocre someone just because you don't want the person that is good enough to do it? I don't understand if I'm making sense.
So now, SK, I know you're making sense. How do you, as a planner to a planner, address this for other planners?
The first thing I do is I try to make the clients and all the other vendors around understand that, okay, the number one thing is preference. The clients might prefer this person on top of this person. Do you understand? That is the first angle you look at. I don't know about you, but that is what I do.
Of course.
You tell me what you want and we work with it. Do you understand? But then I try to make everyone understand that religion, tribe has absolutely nothing to do with it. Do you understand? See, in fact, when it comes to me as a person, this is personal though, but my people are messing up. And the only way to make Hausa people understand they are actually messing up or we need to do better is by neglecting them when it comes to work. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yes. When I say neglecting them when it comes to work, what I mean is you put up a Hausa person and you put up some other tribe, some other religion. Do you understand? Weigh them. Show the Hausa person you're picking this person because he's better. It doesn't really matter what tribe they are. You drop the Hausa person. Show them. so far as you care about your people, that's the only thing you would do to, like uplift your people, or, get us where we need to be. Do you understand? This is me talking as an indigenous of Kano, and, someone that cares about the North in general. Do you understand? But whenever it comes to anything professionality, trust me on this. Hausa man is the last person. Any Hausa person that knows how to do something very well is very unserious about it.
Okay.
Yes. Have you ever noticed that?
Apparently no, because
your mechanic.
Oh, okay.
What tribe is he?
My mechanic is from Kogi.
Yes. Okay. Have you ever had somebody that does handwork for you that is very, very good, a Hausa man?
No, because I've not really went into such
stuff. Okay. You see, I've been into, alhamdulillah, I've done a couple of things in my life. I started, businesses and hustling at a very, very early age. So I've seen a lot of things. And I am part of some of the examples. Do you understand? Let me tell you something. I had an experience with somebody at, I think, Farm Center, the market. Trust me, if the man tells you that your phone is not going to work again, just drop it. Even iPhone themselves, even Apple, cannot bring that phone back.
Okay.
But he's the most unserious creature you'd ever meet in your life. And you see, God gave him the brain, but the Hausa thing is still there. Okay. Do you understand? Like a grandmother of mine, the smartest person I've ever met in my life, and someone I look up to a lot. She says, for everything you try to do to a Hausa man, his attitude will make you not want to do it, or will break you. Do you understand? Like, as simple as that. It will break you, the attitude. The Hausa man attitude.
Let's talk about dissatisfaction. As a planner, we've all had our worst moments.
Yeah, ups and downs.
The ups and downs.
Yeah.
How many times have you, and how do you react to dissatisfaction of a client to a job being given to you?
Okay, let me tell you where I am a little bit different from a lot of people that, in the delivery or in the service industry. You see, I rate myself based on the negatives that I get, because they're so little. Do you understand? Not on the positives. You see, for me to have lasted 10 to 11 years now in the business, I must have done a lot of events. Am I right or wrong? But then, you see, the best way I feel to tackle those times or those things is to learn.
Okay.
Just make sure you learn from them. As a person, personally, me, every other person's life, not even mine, every other person's life is a learning institution for me, or is a learning process for me. I'll look at you, okay, he did this, and this was what it resulted to. And I'll try as much as I can to,
avoid it.
Avoid that, exactly.
So now let's talk about professionalism and people we work with. And Kano vendors, or the northern vendors, because now I rate you an event planner in the north. I don't look at you as an event planner in Kano. As much as it could be, how do you weigh friendship, professionalism, and business? And how do you keep relationship to avoid slams from clients and vendors?
Okay. That's a very, very good question. Like, I don't know, this should have been our topic in the first place.
Oh, really?
Yeah, seriously.
Okay.
You see, not everybody understands that there should be a professional part of whatever it is you're doing, and there should be the friendship part. Do you understand? You should be able to put one aside when the need for the other one comes. I have a circle. Unfortunately, I'm not supposed to have it, or I'm not supposed to say this out in public, but it's inevitable. To understand, I have a circle, and trust me, most of the people I keep in that circle actually do understand that concept of okay, this is friendship, this is business. Okay, I'm going to give everybody listening an example with you as a person. Have you, for everyone watching this? No, for all the vendors watching this, was there an event that Louis did not shout at you? None.
Okay.
Seriously, there is no vendor you've never ever shouted at.
Okay.
But once it is not about the event, everyone will say that you respect them. Do you understand? And you do what needs to be done. You keep the friendship aside, and tell people what you need them to deliver on. Because sometimes our people, they might not do what is needed to be done until you've shouted at them. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
But the problem is not all of us understand. And I feel it has a lot to do with maybe the whole event planning thing being new.
Okay.
Because it's new to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's new to them. There was a
where
person,
they had to control you and tell you this is where I want you to drop a table.
And they would never understand because they were not there. You were the one. First of all, you might be the one that brought the business. Do you understand? You were the one that sat down with the client. Then how do you expect you that didn't see nothing out of these things to know what the client wanted in the first place? Vendors need to start understanding that, okay, please, whatever it takes. You see, if a vendor delivers, you deliver.
Okay.
If a vendor fails,
you fail.
Exactly.
We know.
But on the contrary, what our vendors think is, if they deliver, they deliver. If they fail, you fail. They might start saying it was a gap in communication. I sent a vendor a break. What's this thing called? An event flow. This person sent it back to me. Imagine the childishness. Sent it back to me and was like, "Why am I trying to control him? Why am I trying to tell him what to do?" When
have
he
you
knows
paid
the
the vendor?
Yes. No, I didn't. The client did.
Okay, that is one of the things I want us to talk about after this particular
You see,
question,
okay. I was supposed to do an event. I can even tell you the date, 27th of April. I turned it down. The client was like, okay, they need to go to the event center themselves. I should just tell the event center that they are coming.
Okay.
They will go there, do what they need to do, discuss what they need to discuss, and then they would come back to me, and then I will deliver the event. I told the woman, I'm sorry, but I can't. She was like, please, she's very sorry. That's how the husband is. An event center messed them up. That is why this. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I understand. They can go ahead and do it, but I'm not going to be part of it. We have to learn to say no.
Okay.
Do you understand? We have to learn to say no. How much is anyone paying you?
That takes the
not
stress.
Not people like you, but the normal people. Nobody has ever gotten, let's say, 2 million for an event. Not you. Don't say you have not gotten that.
No, I've
we
not.
all know you have gotten
Guys,
2
I've
million
not.
for one event.
SK, don't send people to me. I've not.
No, I have a screenshot of your.
Okay.
Any event that you try to, number one, be nice about it, give discounts about it, beg other vendors for discounts.
It turned out to be
that is the
your
worst
downfall. Yeah.
Exactly. Any person, you see all those people that we used to think they'll be worth it for you to give them a free event. Don't do that.
We don't.
Seriously,
I
used to do it.
Yeah.
I used to do it, unfortunately, because I don't just do this thing as a job. It's actually, I have passion for it. Do you understand? I like looking back at things and I'll be like, damn, I did this.
Okay, fine. SK, let's talk about event centers.
Yeah.
Event centers being event planners. Example, I'm going to go straight to the point.
Yeah.
Event centers being event planner.
Yeah.
They hire the DJ, the caterer, they hire the MC, they do the decoration, which is something they're supposed to concentrate more on.
Yeah.
They practically do most of the thing. And the client hire you to take the stress.
Yeah.
What is your take on this?
That's the worst kind of event you'd ever do. Trust me. I do it just to show people that I can actually do it, like the clients. You see, I always say this, any event that doesn't get you another event is a waste.
Sure.
You cannot showcase your talents to 500, 1,000 people and nobody liked it. That means it's actually a waste. Any event I do like that is actually just marketing for myself. If not marketing, why? Why would you fix me up with people that have already brought their own people? You see, there's something with vendors. There's a vendor that will look at you and tell you that you didn't pay me. Please don't tell me what to do. Have you ever heard that? Has anybody ever given you that?
I have, but what I do most time is I'll call the clients that paid you to talk to you. And when you're in the event center, I learn how to stay a distance far away from you to avoid bad energy.
Fortunately for me, because that was basically my training ground. I've planned an uncountable number of events for free without even knowing that was what I was actually doing.
Yeah, at your early days, you once told me that,
exactly.
yes.
Because the last thing I would want is to see something go wrong. I would never want to see anything go wrong. Okay, see, I am always the last person to go out of the event center.
So am I.
The last person. But at that time, now, in my present position, that's what I have to do. But in my previous position, I don't need to do that.
Because you
Exactly.
used to be an event manager,
Exactly. As soon
not
as
an
the venue
event
is set,
planner.
I'm out.
And people still have this conception
No, I'm
about
not.
you
No, I'm not.
still being an event manager,
No, I'm
not
not.
an event
No,
planner.
I'm not. I'm an event planner now because I've
You used to be.
Yeah, I used to work somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's clear the air regarding
Yeah.
to your main area of concentration. Most times when I walk to a place, they'll tell me, "Oh, this decor is being done by Sadiq.
Yeah.
He did this decor, and the decor is nice."
Yeah.
And what are you?
Okay.
Or where do you stand?
I'm gonna be very blunt with you. Okay, no. I'm going to start with a question. Tell me a better decorator than me. This is blunt and arrogant, right? But tell me a better decorator than me.
No, because I'd work with you most often on decorating aspects, so I really don't compare that part. Yes,
exactly. You see, but the issue is it's not much of a business in the north here. Like in Kano, sorry, it's not much of a business. You being a decorator, and unfortunately, I began to, to develop interest in the whole planning thing, because I know what it takes. I know what the event needs. So I would want to see the event go the way it's supposed to. You get? And, okay, I was trained by the best.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trained by the best. Trust me on that.
Oh, okay.
I was trained by the best, and you see, I'm still in contact with a lot of the people that trained me, to understand. And I had, what do they call female godfathers?
It's still the same thing. There are no females. Yeah.
Okay, so I had someone that coached me, to understand. She saw the talent in me, or she saw the thing in me, and put me on the track. And then she actually directs the way I did things, and actually sent me for all these trainings and all that, which I'll be forever grateful. But I was trained by the best to decorate. You understand? That was one of the reasons why I chose Blue Velvet. Okay. Alvina is very good. Shout out to Alvina. Do you understand? But Blue Velvet, I sometimes I used to ask her, do you have a second brain? Do you understand? Behind up there, because she just does things in a way people don't see. So anything I want to do in this life, I do it to the best of my ability. Do you understand? I go out of my ways to do things.
So we could still call you a decorator, and we could still call you a planner.
Yes,
we call you.
You could do that, yeah, but for a short amount of time.
In the industry, I'm being seen as the shouting one.
Yeah,
and
you are.
That's what the vendors look at me as, and they see me as that.
Yeah.
And they see you as the most annoying one, because many people complain after events you don't pick their calls. Why?
For the vendors?
Yes.
So they might probably be calling the wrong number.
Did they annoy you?
No, they might probably be calling the wrong number.
During the service, they annoy you that after the event you don't even pick their call.
But the thing is, I'm very cool with phones. Like, my phone is always with me. Even if you can't get me on phone, WhatsApp.
You could drop you a message.
Or WhatsApp.
Well, vendors, you've heard that he has cleared that part. So that's the good part about it.
Okay, let me tell you how important, sorry to bring this in. Let me tell you how important vendors are to me. I used to say this, when I say this, people think, okay, he's overdoing it or something. You see, my fellow vendors are closer to me than my siblings.
Yeah, it's normal.
Am I right or wrong?
It's normal. My fellow vendors are my besties.
And they are closer to me than
because
clients.
They see your mistake.
Number one, they see your mistake. Number two, you come together to give that experience that the people want. And thirdly, they make you better. They make you better. You see people like you that people would complain that you shout, you do this. You're actually making them better. Trust me, no one in his right senses will let you shout at them twice for the same mistake. I don't think there's anyone in their right senses that would do that. Then what have you done for that person? You've made them correct a particular mistake, right?
Yes. Okay, lastly, before we go, two more questions. Sorry, I had to say two more questions. Where do we want to see SK in the next 10 years? And the last question is this. What advice are you giving the upcoming Gen Zs as event planners that are diving into the business? Because when you flip pages, everybody is an event planner. Everybody wants you to mentor. And when you're not done mentoring yourself, you still need more mentors.
Still learning,
so these are the two questions. So let's wrap it up with that.
Okay, first of all, a decade to come. Okay, I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to be the best event planner that Nigeria has ever seen.
Wow, I can't wait to go and collect the
Trust-
award with you,
no,
because
trust
when you're
me
coming
on
from
that.
my town, Kano, and you're actually going to get an award, I
Trust-
will jump and go
trust
with
me,
you.
Trust me on that.
I know, I
And
trust
then
you.
on the mentoring part, you see, it has always been part of me to give back. Do you understand? But the only thing I'm going to advise the upcoming people is not to rush into it. When did you start?
As 2012 during my
A
NYC,
lot of
that's
them-
the first time
a
I
lot
did
of
my
them were
first,
in- a lot
my
of them were in
first two
secondary
events.
school. Right?
I'm that old.
A lot of
Whoa.
them were in secondary school. So, me having to start the end of 2012, do you understand? To now, I think I can actually call myself an event planner, not you that planned a naming ceremony in your house or coordinated one.
Oh, okay.
So they should just have patience.
Okay.
We're always open to, helping people come up, and, make the event industry better in general, but they should just have patience and learn. That is the most important thing. Have patience and learn. You can't, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Of course.
If we tell you the experience, I don't know, be telling people the experience you have.
No,
I think it should be something
they don't
that we should be
know.
doing
They
on
don't
our
know the
Instagram
part
pages.
where my fellow vendor, which I'm gonna wrap. That's my own last story, because I've heard your part. My fellow vendors got to an event center after proving to me, she could handle the small chops. She could do this, and I know it's raining season, because when I'm taking your money as to work for you, I don't know raining season. Even if the rain is beating me, I'm inside.
All that matters is the job.
She said she can do it. We went. You take a job.
Yeah.
Another vendor is looking at me now. You took a job. You said you would deliver. We paid you. You took the job with all strength. On the day of the event, that's when it's August. It started raining from morning hours. I know what the problem is. I'd already mount your canopy outside because I know it will happen that way. You got to the venue. You mistakenly trip on the floor. Everybody was shouting. My small chops was not on every table. People were shouting. Your staffs were shouting. The vendor, the kid, madam just fell. I was like, she should stand up and deliver.
Exactly.
And many people think I'm
If
heartless.
they knew
No,
what
I'm
happened
not.
to us before we got to where we
No,
are
I'm
now,
not
they
heartless.
wouldn't-
Because if half of the hall did not eat that event, or I go outside and sit down with you, be telling you, sorry, I would have been slammed.
I went to Umunuku primary school. Please, what is the opposite of heartless?
No chest. Well, guys.
So if you like be heartful, it will never deliver people's
Exactly.
event.
Your client, your staff said exactly.
I think we need another episode of
We
this.
need a training for everybody.
No, I think we need another episode of this just to tell people.
We need to call it
Exactly.
maybe it's a class you need to have. You sit down, a reality podcast where one of my mentor in the business told me every day before you go, try as much as possible to talk to us on Twitter, or the page for us to see.
I think the viewers should tell us that. Do we need another session of this podcast to explain what the industry is, or where it is going, or what we have seen? Or do we need a class?
Exactly. And now you watching us at home or anywhere, you could also go down to the comment section and suggest who you want us to bring on this particular podcast. For me, Louis in the building, I'm saying bye-bye for now.